Meta Verified could be really dangerous and nobody is talking about this. Hey guys, I'm Hey Kelsey J. I am a full-time photographer, content creator, and today we are going to be talking about Meta Verified and whether or not you should sign up for it. First off, what is Meta Verified? You can pay a monthly subscription now to Meta to get a few features in the program, one of which, the main one, is getting that blue check mark next to your name. If you do decide to sign up for Meta Verified, it is $14.99 per month when you sign up on your phone, but if you sign up on desktop, it's only $11.99 because they're not taking the Apple App Store additional fee on top of it. So if you are gonna sign up and you wanna save a few bucks, sign up on your desktop, not sign up on your phone, which is what I did, and now I'm annoyed that I did that. Honestly, when I first heard about Meta Verified, I had a huge case of the ick. I just hated this idea that now we were paying for this legit idea of a blue check mark and what it meant that Instagram was gonna be taking more money from creators instead of paying creators for their work. And I really felt like it discredited the people that had already earned their blue check marks, that had worked hard to build their brand and their presence, and that had earned this thing that now everyone can just get for paying for it, and that feels like cheating to me. That was my first initial reaction, but then I did try it just to try it out to share with you guys, and it does come with some other features. I do think it has some other serious safety concerns. So that's everything we're gonna talk about in this video today. Feature one, when you pay for the subscription, is yes, you get that blue check mark. And is it necessarily worth having that or not now that you are going to be paying for it? Personally, I felt pretty weird seeing that next to my name. I felt like I had cheated. It was actually on my vision board for the next couple years and on my goals to earn that check mark. So it feels really weird to have just paid for it and now it's just there. I will say that, if that check mark meant validation, that you had made it to a certain point in your career, unfortunately Instagram can change the game, that they're in control here for their platform. So I think we need to roll with the punches, and if you want to seek out that validation that your brand is legit, I think we're gonna have to find other ways to do that as creators, that now the blue check mark means something else than it did before. And maybe that's okay. Honestly, I don't think it's a big deal. I'm seeing a lot of people online with very decisive opinions saying how silly it is for people to pay for this blue check mark. Either way, whether you wanna have that blue check mark and pay for it or not, I don't think it's gonna matter that much in the grand scheme of things. I think we can all kind of chill out about it. I will say I might end up keeping it on my profile just because if that shows that I am a legitimate creator, that I'm here, that I'm professional, that this is my real page, if that has me stand out to brands or legitimize me to my clients at all, then that small amount of money is personally worth it for me to just leave it on there. Another feature of paying for Meta Verified is that Meta will now do proactive prevention from imposter accounts. So essentially people trying to be you online to scam people. I have searched far and wide online and I cannot seem to find any information as to how Meta is actually going about this proactive monitoring and taking down these accounts. I have seen people report that even though they're paying for this, still these imposter accounts or fake accounts pretending to be them still exist. So honestly, I don't know how Meta is planning on doing this. I don't know if they're already doing it. I don't know how that works. Hopefully they'll come out with more information soon. But as of now, I honestly am pretty skeptical. So I don't know if that specifically is a reason to pay for this. And now they also say that there are going to be exclusive features to be able to express yourself on the platform for people that are paying for Meta Verified. As far as I can tell so far, that is just some exclusive stickers that you can use on your Instagram stories. I still don't even have access to them as far as I can tell. Once again, there's not a lot of information out there yet on that. So I don't really see that as a big factor for paying for this either at this point. And originally when they had rolled out testing this feature in, I believe it was New Zealand and Australia, they had said that people with Meta Verified were also going to have more views on their content, that their content was going to come up in searches more regularly and they were going to get more eyes on it. They have since taken that back. That is not part of the program anymore. I know there were rumors that it still was, but it is no longer, which honestly I think is a good thing. I think if you are just getting views on your content from paying for it, then you're creating a very different kind of service, and it is going to put people that can't afford it at a disadvantage, and I really don't like the idea of that. I still think that really growth should be organic So I'm actually glad that they rolled back that feature. Honestly, it would be nice to just get extra views for paying a few dollars, but I do feel like that's just a weird structure that we don't need to go there. We do not need to go there. So anyways, if you heard that that's part of it, that is no longer part of it. You are not getting that when you pay for this. And finally, the feature you get that I actually think may be worth the money is you get direct access to customer support. So once you sign up for Meta Verified, you can go into your app on that profile that has the blue check mark, and you can go in and you can email customer support, and they promise to get back to you within 24 hours. If you're thinking about signing up for Meta Verified or already have, and you want to figure out how to email customer support, I'm going to walk you through that right now. So you're going to go into your profile, you're going to go to your main menu, you hit Meta Verified, and then it should just show up, or you may have to hit accounts. It'll show you the account that has the service. Then you click get support, and then it should pop up with a whole menu of different options and information, some of which is interesting. They talk about your reach and engagement, monetization, and some of that information is somewhat helpful. So go through when you have a second, and then you click account access, and then it brings you to the email us, and it's here that you can message support. They're gonna respond to you within 24 hours, and it goes to the email address associated with your account. And that will pop up as well, so you know where the email is going. Once again, I'm still pretty skeptical of this whole thing, so I went ahead and tried it. I went in and I asked them the age-old question we were all debating: when you post an Instagram reel, should you be posting in 4K or 1080p? And I did get a response back right away. I think I got a response within 8 to 12 hours from Instagram support. I will say it didn't directly answer my question, and it seemed like a copy and paste response, but they did give me information as to max file sizes and uploading and that kind of stuff, as well as showing me again how to turn on high quality uploads. So it was a somewhat helpful response, if not direct, and they did send it to me right away. And I do feel like this could be really useful. I think having access to customer support alone may make the subscription worth it for some people. I do want to be clear that I do find it really disappointing that Instagram doesn't already have customer support. Like, what kind of company doesn't already have free customer support for its users, especially its creators that are creating content for that platform? That in and of itself is disappointing. But if we have to pay for it, I do think that having that access and that service may be really helpful for some people. So I do think having customer support is actually probably a more valuable reason to sign up for this versus just having a blue check mark next to your name. And I do want to call that out as being a really cool feature. However, it's not really going to help you if your account does in fact get hacked, because you can only message them via the account that is signed up for Meta Verified. So if you were hacked, you couldn't even contact customer support anyways to get help with it. So I do think there's a lot of weird loopholes in this program that don't make sense yet, and I'm really hoping they update it to make more sense. But it is cool that you can finally actually speak to a human at Instagram. That is a good thing. Finally, we can do that. All right, sorry guys, I took a quick tea break. Oh my God, it's really hot actually.
It's delightful. At tea time. Cheerio.
Let's get back into it. So now that you guys know what Meta Verified is and what the benefits are if you do sign up for it, I wanted to talk about my personal experience signing up. It was honestly a really easy process. I just followed a few prompts. I had to take a photo of my ID for verification. It was very simple. They made me change my profile picture to one that showed my full face, more up close, and I had to put my full name, my first and last name, on my profile so that it could verify that my ID information match my Instagram profile. Honestly, I did it really fast. I didn't look at the fine print. Don't be like me. I work a little too fast. I'm impatient. I honestly got approved within just a couple minutes, maybe even 30 seconds. It's clear that they're just matching your information to your ID. It's clearly an AI algorithm like everything else. There's clearly not a person there accepting these approvals. It was really fast, really quick and easy, and immediately that little blue check mark showed up and I was verified. Once I got accepted, I'd only changed my profile picture and my name just to be approved for the program, and I went back to try to change both. And very quickly, I discovered that once you have Meta Verified turned on, you cannot change any of your profile information. So I was stuck with that profile picture and I couldn't take my last name off of my profile. When I learned I couldn't change my profile, it came up with a notification saying that if I do want to change it, I have to cancel my Meta subscription. I can change everything and then I can reapply and resubscribe to Meta Verified. My first thought was no problem, I'll cancel it. Once I change everything, I will resubscribe again. But then I went to cancel cancel it, and I realized that I had just paid for a monthly subscription. So now Meta Verified will not expire on my account for 30 days, which means that for 30 days, I literally cannot change anything on my profile, which is honestly so annoying. I know they've said this publicly, and I didn't read into this or do any research before I signed up, so I should have known it. But I do find that to be really weird that I cannot change any of my own profile information and pretty frustrating. So now I'm just stuck with this until my subscription runs out. So just be aware, be warned, don't make my mistake. If you do sign up, make sure you're happy with all of your information and your profile picture ahead of time. However, I do find this to be really problematic and honestly could be a safety concern and be dangerous to people. Generally speaking, I do not think it's a good idea to have your last name public on a content creator profile that a lot of people are going to be looking at. This year alone, I've had multiple influencer friends come to me and tell me about their online stalkers, some of which have figured out where they live. Some of them have sent them very specific, very terrifying and detailed threats and how they were going to literally try to hurt or harm these content creators, and it's really scary. It's a really scary thing that does happen in this industry. I will say it doesn't happen often. It has never happened to me personally, but it is happening to people I know, and I do think that you need to be really careful about what information you have online and keeping other information about yourself private. People can look you up and look up more information about you, and I don't know, it really freaks me out, and I do think it is a safety concern. I absolutely understand that Meta is trying to verify that you are real, but I do think that once Meta has verified that you are the real you, there needs to be a feature to be able to not show your entire last name on your profile. And then if you're like me and you turn it on and then you realize you can't change it or you can't take it off, now you're stuck with that for 30 days that someone can find that information on you. Okay, that was a bit of a rant. For me personally, I'm not too concerned because I've put my last name out publicly before, and my last name is very common. It's very difficult to actually Google me as is. So for me, I wasn't super concerned personally, but I do know for other people, this is a real concern. So I just want to make that call out before you decide whether or not to sign up for the subscription. All of that said and done, should you sign up for Meta Verified? Honestly, the answer is, I don't know. I think it's a really personal decision. I will say that if you don't want to spend the money or can't afford it or whatever it is, I don't think this is make or break in your content creator career. I think now with the blue check mark, anyone can pay for it. It doesn't really mean a whole lot, and I don't think it's gonna matter as much whether or not you have it. That being said, I did say earlier, and I will say it again, if it does make you look more legitimate and more of a real presence to a potential client or a current client, and you end up making more money because of that, I do think that that is worth paying that money a month just to have that legitimacy if it ends up mattering to clients. I honestly don't know if it does yet. I haven't been able to ask them, but I do think that there is maybe some gain to that, but I definitely don't think it's make or break. If you do end up signing up for it, don't worry about being an imposter. Once again, the rules of the game have changed. We're just playing Instagram's game, and if you feel bad about having it or not having earned it, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm right there with you, but are the other features really worth it? Personally, I think that if Instagram is a really important platform to you or you use it a lot, I do think that being able to contact customer support could be really worth it for you. I'm gonna keep trying out the feature and asking them more and more questions. I'm gonna make them work for my money and to see what they come back with, see if I can gain any other insights about the app or using the app, or get help with bugs or other issues I'm having, and see if it's really useful. So I do think that that could be really helpful depending on if you use the platform a lot. But at the end of the day, it's totally up to you. And like I said, I do not think this silly little thing is the make or break in your content creator career. You're gonna kill it regardless, but I do hope that this information was useful. If you have any questions, anything I didn't answer, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you like this video, of course I would appreciate it if you liked, commented, subscribed, all the things. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will catch you guys later.